Hey, what's up? Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to Tier 2 of Katan Mandalor Unlock. Now, if you struggle through Tier 1, I hope that my video gave you some help for it, but you will be relieved to know that Tier 2 is refreshingly easy. Let's jump right into it, shall we? So, the provided strategy from Capital Games says nothing of value. Really, pirates are going to go into stealth, brutes heal, so do thugs. Kill them. Wow, that's so helpful. Yeah, let's just move on. So, okay, here we go. You only get to use Paz Vizsla for this event, round Tier 2. And mine is, once again, minimum level requirements at Relic 7. So if you have a Relic 8 or a 9, being a tank, especially at 9, he's going to get a lot of benefit out of having a Relic 9 because tanks get the most out of Relic 9. Nonetheless, I beat this knowing nothing about this event, going into it completely blind on my second attempt without remodding in under 3 minutes flat, and that includes evaluating my mods. So once again, this is easy. So here's the mods that I went in with. You can see the speed is at 278. That's pretty good. You just want to be fast enough to go first. I do not have really any potency to speak of, only 8% bonus to a max of 86, and that's going to be more than sufficient, as you'll see. What I have on here are 2 health sets and a defense set, and the triangle has a offense that realistically should have been a health or protection and probably will be later. He has this mod on there only because it's got 21 speed and it's a defense set and I needed one. That's it. And that's the way I modded him before I went into the event. Now, what is worth noting though is the crit avoidance arrows. I am a big advocate of crit avoidance arrows, especially on characters with mastery that gain crit avoidance, and tanks, this guy is not one of them. It's, I think, support tactic unit, and he is not a support, he's a tank. Nonetheless, let's look at some strategy. Here's the mods. Use it if it helps, but if you've got more health, more protection, more armor than me, 70.3, you should be just fine, but I do think the crit avoidance was significantly important. All right, when the battle starts, there are going to be 6 enemy characters, 2 pirates, 2 bruisers, 2 thugs. The pirates are going to go into stealth. Don't even bother trying to kill them. It will happen on its own because Paz has 3 abilities, a basic and 2 AoEs, and they're going to die to the AoEs and Retribution. How does it work? Turn 1, you want to open with Vengeful Incineration. That's the second special. The reason you want to do that is because Paz is going to gain 50% protection up. That's the green highlight. That's immediately going to make him a little bit more durable, and he needs to be durable because the enemies are going to start taking a lot of turns. But what else Vengeful Incineration is going to do is give you Retribution for 2 turns, and that Retribution means every time they attack you, you're going to counterattack using his basic, and the basic provides him 3 stacks of heat to a maximum of 10, and then at that point I believe they start rolling over into overheat. I don't exactly know how that mechanic works, but the point is, before you blink, you're going to have lots of stacks of heat and overheat. Those heat overheats are going to allow a lot of bonus things to happen when Paz starts taking turns again at some point. Now, when you get to your second turn, you're going to use his first special, Ancestral Broadside. Now, you could make an argument for doing that first, but I don't think it makes sense. You need the Retribution because that's going to guarantee the heat overheat soon. If you go for the Ancestral Broadside first, pretty sure you're going to lose. But what does it do? The Ancestral Broadside, it's an AoE, which is great. It's going to apply breach to all the enemies, and then it's going to give them critical damage down. That critical damage down is going to help him survive a bit longer, and the breach is going to give the opponents minus 25% speed and something else, enabling him to start taking more turns. Whenever the specials come available, though, you basically want to use them at this point. So turn 1, Vengeful Incineration. Turn 2, Ancestral Broadside. Turn 3 will be a basic. At turn 4, you should be able to Vengeful Incineration again, recovering your protection up and reapplying the Retribution, and repeat the cycle. It's pretty much straightforward. So, as I said, I went through this really easy. And I'm going to show you both of my runs where I initially fail. Here you can see there's the speed. This is the exact same stuff I just showed you a second ago. And then we'll have Yeah, I was double checking. I was like, what is the Omicron? Doesn't apply, as if it would apply to an event anyway. I knew better. But here we go. All right, so the battle starts. And I wasn't exactly sure on my first run through, but this is what happens if you start with the broadside. So I'm going to go for the broadside, which is an AoE, and I thought initially the breach would be great. Look at all the debuffs we landed. That's without potency mods. So these guys don't have much tenacity. So notice I had no retribution and I'm almost already dead. Now I get the retribution, and now I get to start kicking him with some heat, but before I get my second turn, I just died. And the thing is, he only gets one turn after he dies, so pop. That's it. That's what happens if you start with the broadside. Now, if you go in here and we're going to redo this, but now this time we're going to open with the incineration, the vengeful incineration, as opposed to a peaceful incineration or a polite incineration. Hey, I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to incinerate you. Is that okay? Can I have your consent? What the hell? Anyway, so this time we got the bonus protection up, which absorbs some hits. You can see every once in a while we're getting a red hit, which is a non-crit. They're going to become more common. Thank you, crit avoidance arrow. That retribution gave us the heat. See that double taps? Neither were crits. Red, red. And the retribution is what's eventually going to kill them off, right? Crit. All right, here we go. Broadside. Boo! Crit. I know. We're getting a lot of crits, but I do think that crit avoidance really helps. See, both of the pirates who were the attackers did not crit. Yeah. There could be some RNG in here, but I think that this is the way to go. I really hope you have as successful luck as I did with it. If so, you're probably not even watching this video. Nonetheless, if you enjoyed the video, if you got anything out of it, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. I do appreciate it. And I will catch you later on the holotables. May the Force be with you. Mandalore! For Mandalorians. Bye-bye.